My current role is Deputy Head Pastoral at a school called Sandford International School in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia.
Interestingly, what you're told when you arrive in a new role is just watch for a year. And for me, I would say that I'm a little bit too impatient to just watch for a year. And one of the wonderful things about international schools is there's often quite a lot to do. I would say that they're perhaps a little more untidy around the edges than some of their more well-oiled, more well-established British counterparts. And I think there are things that you can do almost immediately in international schools where you might want to wait a bit longer in an established British school. And for me, those things were to immediately try and tackle the culture around lateness and attending and what I would call minor behavioural issues. And really it's just about trying to establish consistent ethic in the school, that we come to school in the first place. That's a good start to actually attend, and that we're not late either for school or for our lessons or for things that happen after school, and that we give 100% and we have a strong work ethic. And I think in modern times, concentration and the work ethic of young people is one of the things, probably to be fair, that have been a challenge to teachers throughout history, but I think no particular challenge at the moment within the nature of learning and what's happened with the way we learn and the way children engage with media. First step, having said that I was a little impatient to wait for a year, I would say the first step is that you don't try and change too many rules and too many systems to start with. You start working with the culture of the school, and that is by walking the walk. So the fact you're in school early yourself, the fact that you dress properly yourself, show staff and pupils that this is a level of expectation that you think they should aspire to. And I think it's the simple as just being on the front steps of the school, welcoming children to school and saying, come in, I'll give today 100% and let's make sure we're on time. And then making sure that children know if they're late, that's not something that's going to be acceptable, even if there's no immediate sanction for that. Also, it's about using the people underneath you. So for me, that's my heads of year, to engage with parent body and make sure parents are aware of the fact that attendance is going to be monitored, it's going to be on students' reports, it's going to be part of their university transcripts that is requested by universities, and making them understand that it's something the school highly values. There's initially things you can do to try and show that the culture is changing in the school, and this is going to be something that matters just by your sheer presence and the presence of other staff. But then there are also small tweaks you can make. So you could, for example, say that these things are going to matter in terms of student leadership. Like if you don't have a good attendance and behaviour and lateness record, then you're not going to be considered to be a class rep or a prefect or even a sports captain or to run a society. And these are things that actually still matter to young people. And that is something you can use as a lever to influence them. And then the third piece of the jigsaw, after personal behaviour review and your fellow staff, secondly, using these levers that children still actually find will influence them. And the third thing is to actually change rules and change systems so that there's a more systemic and embedded approach to all of those three things: attendance, behaviour and lateness.